to have you join me today for class. Today's class will go for about 25 minutes and we're going to focus on the glute muscles. It's really important to have strong glute muscles. They work with the core muscles or those abdominal muscles to give your back strength and help relieve back pain, and also help maintain good posture. Glute muscles also help you to walk upstairs and they give you power when you run and you jump. So we're going to get started, first of all, by just warming up the tummy a little bit, and then we're going to get right into those glutes. So let's lie down onto your back. And we're going to start with some pelvic rolls. So we're going to have your feet hip width apart and just in line with your hips there. Arms are relaxed down by your sides. So I'm going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, I'm going to draw the lower tummy in, and we're going to scoot forward. So we're going to lift the hips off the mat, and we're going to roll up through the spine. We're going to come up into a bridge position. We'll inhale at the top, and as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll back down, trying to move piece by piece through the back as we go. Now the inhale, and then we exhale and we curl up. So thinking about reaching the pubic bone forward towards the belly button to really get that scooping and hollowing feeling as we come up. And as we come down, really mindful that we just move slowly through any tight areas, trying to get as much articulation through the back as possible. Now when we come up, we're also engaging the glutes and the hamstrings a little bit. So not only are we focusing on those lower abs, but we're working through the back line a little here too. The upper body is relaxed, so the shoulders shouldn't have to work at all. And the neck should be just nice and relaxed here as well. Let's go for 2 more like this. Breathing out to curl up. We inhale at the top, and we exhale and we roll back down. Keep an even pressure through the feet. Last one, we're going to curl up. We're going to hold at the top here. Now we're going to just really engage that left glute. So really think about squeezing the left side. We're going to lift the right leg up, and then we're going to place that right leg down. Now think about working to the right glute. We're going to lift the left leg up, and then place it down. We're going to stay here, and we're going to alternate the legs, really working into the glute muscles on the supporting leg to help keep that stability with the hips. So we're not letting the hips drop down from side to side. We're keeping them lifted on that same plane the whole time. So really thinking about you like those glutes and keeping that tummy on to maintain that stability. Good. We're going to go for 2 more. We're going to breathe in and out. Another breath in and out. Good. We're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale and roll all the way down through your back. Good. We're going to take your arms up towards the ceiling now. We'll lift the legs up so the knees are in a tabletop position. And now we're really honing in on those lower abs. So we're going to go for some bug legs. So I'm going to stretch the opposite arm and leg away from you. Now the other arm is going to come down towards that leg too. So we're stretching the arms in the opposite directions, and the same leg is reaching down as the arm is. Then we come back in. We change sides. We breathe out. We sink that lower tummy, and then we inhale and come back in. Now if this was a real tough, maybe just come to here. Yeah. The lower and the straighter the leg is, the harder it is. And we really just want that lower tummy to be doing the work. Yeah, so the lower back shouldn't work at all. If you feel like it's arching or engaging, just pull it back a little so we can keep all the work in that tummy. So we're going to inhale to come in. We exhale, stretch long. Softness in the shoulders. Let's go for another 4. And 3, exhale, sink that belly button. And 2. And last one. Good, and we come all the way back in. Place the feet back onto the mat, and the hands can come behind the head. So we're going to inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to lift the head and shoulders up. Now we're going to float the right leg in. Then we're going to exhale, place that leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, place the leg down. Good, head and shoulders go back. Breathing in, breathing out. Lift up, try to lift the shoulder blades off the floor. We're moving the legs one at a time, just like we did in our pelvic rolls. Really watching the hips. Yeah, so making sure that we're not moving through the hips as we float the legs up and down. So a really strong connection with that lower tummy helps those hips to stay really steady. Good, and we lie. So we breathe out, we lift up. We inhale, we come in. We exhale, place the leg down. Inhale, lift the other side. Exhale, replace. And we breathe into lower. Good, we're going to go for 3 more. This time we're going to add in double legs. Now, if you feel like doing 2 legs or lifting 2 legs at a time is too much, just stick with the singles. Yeah? But if you're up for it, let's lift both legs off the floor. We sink the tummy, we place the legs down, and we lower. That's it. Now, just watch as we lift both legs off the floor when we get to it, that we keep the back in the same position. We don't want the back to arch or engage. Here we go. Lower tummy pulls in. Legs lift up. Exhale. Sink the belly button even further. Lower both legs down. Last one. Exhale to lift. Inhale, right leg comes in. Exhale, place the leg down. Inhale, left leg comes in. Exhale, place the leg down. Both legs lift together if we can. Good. Nice and slow and steady. Holding that nice strong connection with the core. And we rest back. Good. We're going to come in for our glutes, a little bit more glute work now. So we're going to come up onto our knees, and then we're going to come over and just rest your hand onto the floor beside you. Now, when I really think about lifting up to the side of the waist, and we're also supporting or working to that supporting glute. It's really easy to begin to sink backwards as we go through the exercise, but we want to keep up and forward. So really thinking about using the supporting glute as well. The top hand comes onto the hip. That's so we can reach towards the ceiling, wherever is most comfortable. Yeah, and we're going to just lift that top leg up. We're going to squeeze that glute. We're going to lift the leg up and down. So working in the muscle just on the outside of that hip there. Sometimes you can see that little indentation on some people. We've got that muscle tone there, and that's the area that we're thinking about working. So not right on the hip bone, but back just a little bit behind it. So we're working to that glute med. That's it. So we're going to breathe out to lift. Inhale to lower down. That's it, team. So we're lifting, and then we lower. We're going to go for another 6. And 5. We're keeping that connection with the bottom glute. 2. 4. Keeping the bottom hip forward. 3. And 2. And last one, we'll lift and we'll hold it here. Now we're going to circle the leg, little circles. Try and get the hips really still. So the tummy has to work super hard here as the legs move. Otherwise we end up going all over the place, yeah? But we just want to keep those hips really steady. So consciously engaging the glute muscle as we lift the leg. Let's go for another 5. And 4. 3. 2. And last one, we'll reverse it, breathing out, lift the leg, and then we lower. Good, so trying to keep that stability through the bottom part as well, so we're really engaging the supporting glute, tummy, we're lifting up and away from that hand. That's it, nice and strong in the upper body. Let's go for 5, and 4, 3, and 2. Last one, now the bicycle that they're going to bring the leg in, feel like the hips coming back a little, just so it stays in that same position, then we sweep it back. Inhale, come in, exhale, reach away, that's it, you've got it. Another inhale, and we reach it back, good. We're working a little harder with that tummy to try and hold the hips steady. Good, so working a bit more at the back of the glute now. So not only at the side, but also a little bit at the back. Let's go for 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and last one. That's it. We bring it all the way back, and you can lower right down. Well done. We're going to go straight into the other side. Sometimes the other side can be a wee bit tougher because we've worked both sides already. Yep, so we need to keep that bottom glute working. It should be nice and warm, keeping that bottom hip forward. That's it. And we're going to open up nice and wide across the chest. A little bit of push up through that palm. Just make sure the hand's not too far away from you, but quite close in, so it's more underneath that shoulder. That's it. And we're going to lift that top leg up. We're going to breathe out. We're going to lift and lower. That's it. Working into the glute, just behind the hip there. So not right on the hip bone, but just slightly behind it. That's it. Into the side of the hip, on the side of the bottom. That's it. Breathing out. Inhale to lower. Good. Nice and strong with that core. If your hand's on your hip, you can always pop your fingers just on the inside of your hip bone, and you might feel that muscle engaged. Yeah, so if you feel your tummy pull in just on the inside of that hip bone there, that gives you a wee bit of feedback that that core's switched on, yeah? Let's go for another 5, and 4, 3, 2, and last one, we lift, we hold. Now we're going to circle it, take it back, and bring it forward. That's it. Really hard to hold that nice stable position now. That's it. Keep that tummy working. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the bottom to take the leg backwards. We've got it for 6 and 5, 4, 3 and 2. And last one, we reverse. That's it. Squeeze the bottom, lift the leg. Inhale, exhale. Keep the bottom hip coming forward by squeezing the base of that glute. Just in that supporting glute. We're almost there. Let's go for 5 and 4, 3, good, 2, and last one. That's it. Now we've got those bicycles, bend the knee. Stretch the leg back. Inhale, come in. That's it. Try and keep those hips really steady. Nice and strong core. That's it, working the supporting glute. Don't let that bottom hip fold backwards and begin to sit back. Keep up and forward. We've got another 6 and 5. Keep lifting up and out of the shoulder. 2, 4 and 3, 2 and last one. That's it, and we can come all the way down. Well done. Good job. We're going to go for a quick glute stretch. So if you just take the leg that you've just worked, now we're going to place that across your body. And then we're going to bring the other leg across. So we're going to stretch out the first glute first. So the first side that we lifted and circled, we're going to stretch that side first. So that leg needs to be crossed over in front of you. We're going to pull that leg in towards you, and we're going to lift and we're going to rotate around. You're going to feel that nice stretch into the glute. So we're trying to let both sit bones sink down into the mat. So, and we're going to feel that nice stretch, maybe a little bit into the upper back too as we rotate around to the side. And as we pull that leg in towards you, you're going to feel that stretch through the glute. Take a breath in here, and we breathe out. Rotate a little further. Another inhale, and exhale. Good, and you can come out, and we're going to swap sides. So we'll place that leg in front this time, and then we're going to cross the other one over, sitting back nice and evenly in those sit bones. We're going to pull that leg close in towards the chest, and we're going to sit up and out of the hips. That's it, using the tummy. So we inhale, and we exhale, rotate. Another breath in, and out. Pull that knee in closer, rotate around. Good, and you can come out. Good, we're going to come onto your hands and knees now. So we're going to go to some 4-point work. So the hands are going to be just under the shoulders and the knees will be under the hips. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to pull the lower tummy in. So we're thinking about lifting that belly button away from the floor. And we're going to reach the opposite arm and leg away. Now we want the spine to stay pretty much in the same position. We're not arching the back or wobbling around. We want to keep that core really steady. That's it. And then we're going to come back in with the arm and leg. So we're going to breathe out. We're going to pull the tummy in. Softness in the shoulder. Inhale to return. So we are working a little bit into the back now. But I want you also to think about the glute muscles. So as we stretch back to lift the leg, we're going to gently engage that glute to lift the leg up. And then we slide it back in. So the lower tummy pulls in. And then we come back. And we stretch again, breathing out. Inhale to lower. Now, I know I'm looking at you from time to time, but try and keep your head down towards the floor and have a real sense of reach right up through the crown of the head. So we're not looking forward, we're looking more towards the ground. So we've got a really nice long neck. And I want you to think about balancing a glass of wine on your back. So we don't want to spill that glass of wine as we go. We want to keep it nice and steady. That's it. You might need it at the end of class. That's it. We're going to go for 5. And 4. 3. Thinking about that glute as well. 2. And last one. That's it. And we come all the way back in. Now we're going to stretch the right leg back behind you. So we're going to reach it along the floor, then we're going to lift it up. So it's just reaching nice and long, out and away. We're going to engage the glute muscle more towards the base of the glute now, so sort of in that gluteal crease. And we're going to lift the leg up. And then we'll inhale, lower it down. So I'm going to breathe out, lift the leg, inhale, lower. Consciously squeeze the glute muscle as you lift it. Otherwise the hamstring might take over. It'll work a little bit and that's okay, but you don't want it to do all the work. You want the glute muscle, so that at the back of the hip, at the base of the bottom, to really work, yeah? That's the bit that we're targeting. So we might need to consciously squeeze that area to lift the leg. Let's go for 5, and 4, 3, everything else is nice and still in the body, and 2. Last one, we'll lift and we'll squeeze and hold here. Now we're going to circle the leg. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift the leg out. That's it, breathing in, exhale to lift. Nice and slow, think about your the thigh being nice and free in the hip joint. So that glute muscle engages to help lift the leg out, but otherwise there shouldn't be too much work going on in the hip. Particularly at the front, it should be soft, yeah? So let it release. We're going to go for 5 more circles and we're going to reverse it. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. Then we reverse it. Squeeze the bottom, lift the leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up. That's it. Still keeping those hips nice and steady. That's it. The back is long. And we're not collapsing in the shoulders. I know as we get tired, we begin to lose that support in the upper body, but you want to keep strong through the shoulder girdle. So a little bit of push with those hands. Let's go for 4 more. Breathing out. Inhale to lower. And 3, 2, and last one. That's it. And we're going to bend the knee. We're going to flex the foot. We're going to push that heel up towards the ceiling. We inhale lower. Squeeze into that glute muscle. Lift the leg. Open the front of the hip. That's it. Up as far as we can without that back moving too much. We're going to get that spine nice and long. So the lower tummy really needs to engage here. Let's go for 6. And 5. 4. And 3. 2. And last one. We lift and hold for 3, 2, 1. And we come back in. Good. Bring the knee back under. I want to stretch the other leg back now. So reach it along the floor. For that leg to go from the crown of the head right up through those tippy toes. Pull the tummy in. Lift the leg out. We're going to hold it here. Then we're going to lift it and lower it down. Thinking about working to the base of that bottom again, so into that gluteal crease. The tummy's working. We're squeezing the bottom to lift the leg out. That's it. We've got it. Breathing out. Inhale to lower. We've got 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. We're going to hold it. Now we're going to circle that leg. We lift and we lower it down. Breathing out to lift up. Inhale to lower. That's it. We're trying to keep the leg as soft as we can as we circle it around. Keeping that tummy engaged. Feeling that glute muscle work to lift the leg out. Good work. Let's go for another 6. And 5. Keep pushing through those palms. Strong in the upper body. 4. 3. 2. And last one, let's reverse it. Breathing out to lift. Inhale, lower. That's it. We've still got that glass of wine balancing on the back. Keeping everything nice and steady. Hips shouldn't be moving around. Both hips are facing forwards. Let's go for 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. That's it. And now we bend that knee. Flex the foot. Push the leg right up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the bottom. See how far you can go without moving that back around. That's it. That tummy needs to work super hard as the knee lifts and that foot presses towards the ceiling. We've got 6. And 5. 4. 3. And 2. You've got it. Almost there. And last one, lift and hold for 3, 2, 1, and come back in. Well done. Good, you can just sit back onto your heels, let the glutes relax a little bit, stretch the spine out. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to roll all the way out through the back. Good, we're going to come into plank. We're going to hold it for a few moments and then we're going to lift one leg at a time. So we're still thinking about getting that glute working while we're working into the tummy. Okay, so I'm just going to get my stopwatch on. Okay, so let's come down onto your forearms. We're going to stretch the legs back. We're going to lift up onto the tip of your toes. Now if this gets too much, you can just come down onto your knees and you can go with one leg at a time from there. Okay, so we're going to come up onto the toes if you can. The tummy's working. That's it. We're lifting up and away from the floor. Really pulling that tummy in strong in the upper body. As we breathe out, we feel like we're pulling that waist in towards the spine. So the ribs are knitting in towards each other. And we're even thinking about bringing those hip bones in towards each other a little here too. Good. Now, from here, we're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to lift the right leg up. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Place the foot down. Pull the tummy in. Lift the left leg. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. We come back in. One more on each side. That's it. Lift and hold for 3, 2, 1. You've got it. That's it, team. And we lift and hold. Squeeze it. Glute muscle. Lift the leg up for 3, 2, 1. And we lower down with the foot. Keep going. We've got 10 seconds to go in this position. Inhale. Exhale. Wrap that waist in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can relax. Good. Sit back onto the heels again and take a nice wide breath in and out through the ribs in your own time. Good. And then when you're ready, you can roll out through the back again. And we're going to come onto your side with some clams. Allow for a little bit of glute work before we finish. So we're going to have your feet just in line with the hips, and we're going to lie all the way down onto your side. So you want to have your hips stacked, and the legs are stacked, and the feet are stacked, everything's very stacked. And we're lifting to the bottom side of the waist. So it's really easy to sort of collapse and let that waist shorten at the top, but we want to keep the length through the top side. And to do that, we need to keep a little bit of activation through the bottom side of the waist here. Now we're going to place your hand onto your hip and we'll take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to lift that top knee up, and then we'll inhale and lower down. Good, so we're going to gently press the knee back. Think about pressing the heels in towards each other a little here too. Good, and we're really going to try and keep those hips very steady. So as the knee opens out, we're not letting the top hip roll backwards. We're keeping it up and forward directly over the bottom rim. And to do that, we need to feel that tummy engaged. So if your hands are just nice and tucked inside that hip bone, you might feel the tummy pulling a little as that knee opens out. Now those glutes should be super warm. So as you open the leg, think about engaging them, and it shouldn't take too many reps to hopefully get them working nice and strongly. We're going to go for 6 more here. And 5, 4, and 3, 2, and the last one. We lift and hold. We're just going to hold it here. Keep the thigh bone in the same position. Stretch the leg away and bring it in. Don't let the thigh bone drop. We're just stretching and bending that knee. It's holding the leg back the whole time. Thinking about engaging the glute muscle to hold the thigh in that rotated position. For 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and last one. Reach it away. Hold it here. That's it. You've got it. For 3, 2, 1. We come back in and we lower down. Good work. Other side, and then we'll have a stretch before we finish. So we're going to have the feet in line with your hips again. Yep. Everything nice and neatly stacked. That top hip is dropped down, and we've got that little lift through the bottom side of the waist. So we breathe into up here. As we exhale, the top knee lifts, and we inhale and lower. And we're keeping those hips nice and steady. We're not letting the top one roll backwards. And we're engaging the glute muscle as we lift up. If you are finding it difficult to engage your glutes in this position, you can always pop your hand onto your bottom and just feel it engage or activate underneath your fingers as you lift up. Sometimes it's easier to feel it superficially than it is internally. And then eventually it kicks in and you can feel it on the inside as well. Good, let's go for another 5. Breathing out. and 4, 3, try and take that knee back as far as you can without that hip rolling, and 2. Last one, we lift the leg up, we hold it here, we stretch the leg away, and we bring the leg back in. Keep that thigh back, don't let it drop, keep it on that same angle, don't let it roll inwards, but keep the thigh turning outwards. That's it, we're going to work into those external rotators, into that glute max. That's it, breathing out, inhale to come back in, you're almost here. Keep going, that's it, keep that tummy working, keep the breath up. We're going to go for 6, and 5, 4, feel like someone's got hold of your foot and is pulling the leg out and away, and 3, your leg's getting longer as you stretch it, you've got it, and 2, last one, we reach it long, we hold it out there for 3, 2, 1, and we come back in, and you can lower down. Well done, let's turn over onto your back. Roll that all the way down onto your back. We'll place the right foot over the left knee. We're going to take the hold of the left leg. We're going to pull that thigh in towards your shoulder. So the left knee is coming in towards the left shoulder. You're going to be active and pushing away the right leg. So we're going to actively just push that leg away. So think of the right knee reaching away as you pull that left knee in towards the same shoulder. If you feel like it's difficult to keep your head on the ground, you're having to sort of arch, maybe just pop a pillow under your head to make it as comfortable as possible for yourself. That's it, so you can really relax into the stretch here. So I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, pull the leg in a little closer towards you. Good, another inhale, and exhale. Good, and you can relax. Because we'll swap sides now, so we'll place the left foot over the right knee. We're going to pull the right leg in towards you. Now this time the right knee is coming towards the right shoulder and the left knee is pushing back and away. So you're trying to stretch out that glute as much as you can. That's it. We inhale here. We exhale, pull the knee a little closer towards the shoulder. Another breath in and out. Last breath. That's it. Try and press that knee away. Be active in that leg. Pull that knee a little closer in towards you. Good, and you can relax. Good, well done. Okay, that was our glute session for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. It was lovely to have you join me. Next week, we're focusing on the abdominals, so we're going to go for a short, sharp, really intense abdominal workout. It'd be great to have you join me then too. Thanks again.